Imagine you walk into a supermarket with $100 in your pocket. You want to buy a new drink. As you walk through the beverage aisle, you notice something interesting. There isn't just one type of Coca-Cola. There's Coca-Cola Original, Diet Coke, Coke Zero, Cherry Coke, Vanilla Coke, Caffeine-Free Coke, mini cans, family-size bottles, glass bottles, plastic bottles. The question is, why? Is Coca-Cola confused about what it wants to sell? Of course not. Now think about another company, Toyota. Toyota makes affordable cars like the Corolla. At the same time, it owns Lexus, a luxury brand that sells vehicles costing tens of thousands of dollars more. If they're made by the same company, why not just sell everything under the Toyota name? Or think about Apple. Why doesn't Apple create a $150 iPhone for everyone? Surely millions of people would buy it. So why doesn't it happen? Here's the answer. Every customer is different. Different people have different incomes, different lifestyles, different interests, different locations, different problems, and different reasons for buying the exact same product. Companies that understand these differences become some of the biggest brands in the world. Companies that ignore them often lose millions of dollars. This strategy has a name. It's called market segmentation. And today, we're going to discover why it's one of the most powerful concepts in all of marketing. Why one product can't satisfy everyone. Let's imagine you own a shoe company. You've spent months designing what you believe is the perfect pair of shoes. They're comfortable. They're stylish. They're durable. You proudly launch your product, believing everyone will love it. But after 6 months, sales are disappointing. What happened? The shoes weren't bad. The problem was your thinking. You assumed that everyone wants the same thing. But reality is very different. A professional basketball player looks for ankle support and performance. A university student might care more about price. A fashion enthusiast wants trendy designs. A construction worker needs safety and durability. A marathon runner wants lightweight shoes. The same product can't satisfy all of these people equally. This is one of the first lessons every successful marketer learns. Trying to sell to everyone usually means connecting with no one. Now let's look at one of the world's biggest companies. Netflix. Many years ago, Netflix could have simply recommended the same movies to every user. But imagine what would happen. A 5-year-old opens Netflix. A horror movie appears first. A teenager logs in. Children's cartoons fill the homepage. A documentary lover opens the app. They're shown romantic comedies instead. It would be a terrible experience. Instead, Netflix studies what each viewer watches. If you enjoy documentaries, you'll see more documentaries. If you love action movies, your homepage looks completely different from someone who watches comedy. In other words, Netflix doesn't create one experience for everyone. It creates millions of personalized experiences. That is market segmentation in action. Let's look at another famous example. McDonald's. Travel to almost any country, and you'll recognize the golden arches. But if you compare the menu from country to country, you'll notice something surprising. In India, where many people do not eat beef for cultural and religious reasons, McDonald's offers items like the Makalu Tikki burger. In Japan, you may find seasonal burgers inspired by local tastes. In different countries, menus change because customer preferences change. The company isn't changing its identity. It's adapting to different groups of customers. And that's exactly what successful marketing is all about. So here's the big question. If companies know customers are so different, how do they decide who to serve? How do they group millions of people into manageable categories? How does a business know whether to create a luxury product, a budget product, or something in between? The answer lies in a strategy called market segmentation. And that's exactly what we'll explore next. What exactly is market segmentation? Now that we understand why one product can't satisfy everyone, let's answer the big question. What is market segmentation? Market segmentation is the process of dividing a large market into smaller groups of customers who share similar characteristics, needs, or buying behaviors. In simple words, instead of trying to sell one product to everyone, businesses identify groups of people who are similar and create products and marketing messages specifically for them. Think about it this way. Imagine you're a teacher standing in front of a classroom. Some students learn best by reading, others learn through videos, some prefer hands-on activities. If you teach every student exactly the same way, some will understand while others will struggle. The smartest teacher changes their teaching style depending on the students. Businesses do exactly the same thing. Instead of treating every customer the same, they adapt their products and marketing to different groups. This is why market segmentation is one of the most powerful strategies in business. The 4 types of market segmentation. So how do companies divide millions of customers into different groups? Marketers generally use 4 major types of market segmentation. 1. Demographic segmentation. The first type is demographic segmentation. This groups people based on characteristics such as age, gender, income, education, occupation, or family size. Let's look at Nike. Nike doesn't create one shoe for everyone. Instead, it designs different shoes for children, adults, professional athletes, runners, basketball players, and casual users. The company knows that a professional marathon runner has completely different needs from someone buying shoes just for everyday walking. Luxury brands like Rolex also use demographic segmentation. They mainly target customers with high incomes because their products are designed for people who can afford premium prices. 2. Geographic segmentation. The second type is geographic segmentation. This means dividing customers based on where they live. A business may market differently depending on the country, city, region, or even climate. For example, clothing companies sell thick winter jackets in Canada but focus on lightweight clothing in tropical countries. McDonald's is another excellent example. The company changes its menu around the world to match local cultures and tastes. A meal that becomes a bestseller in one country might never succeed in another. The location changes, so the marketing changes too. 3. Psychographic segmentation. The third type is psychographic segmentation. This focuses on people's lifestyles, personalities, interests, opinions, and values. Let's compare 2 car buyers. One person simply wants a reliable car to get to work every day. Another wants a luxury vehicle that represents success and status. Both people need transportation, but they buy for completely different reasons. This is why brands like Tesla don't just advertise electric cars. They often promote innovation, sustainability, and cutting-edge technology because those values attract their target customers. Psychographic segmentation helps companies connect with how people think, not just who they are. 4. Behavioral segmentation. The fourth and final type is behavioral segmentation. This groups customers based on how they interact with products. For example, how often do they buy? How loyal are they? Why are they buying? How much do they use the product? Amazon uses behavioral segmentation every single day. If you search for a laptop today, you'll probably start seeing laptop recommendations, accessories, and special offers the next time you visit the website. Amazon studies customer behavior to recommend products that match each person's interests. Instead of showing the same products to millions of users, it creates a shopping experience that's personalized for every customer. Why does this matter? When businesses understand these 4 types of market segmentation, they stop wasting money trying to reach everyone. Instead, they focus on the people who are most likely to buy. That means happier customers, more effective advertising, and stronger business growth. And if you start noticing the companies around you, you'll realize something interesting. Almost every successful brand is using one, or often all four, of these types of market segmentation without most customers even realizing it. In the next section, we'll see how some of the world's biggest companies, including Apple, Coca-Cola, Netflix, and Starbucks, use market segmentation to dominate their industries. How the world's biggest companies use market segmentation. Now that you understand the four types of market segmentation, let's see how some of the world's most successful companies use them in real life. Apple doesn't try to build one iPhone for every person on Earth. Instead, it offers several models. Some customers buy the standard iPhone because they want a reliable smartphone. Others choose the Pro models because they value advanced cameras, more storage, and premium features. At the same time, many students and budget-conscious buyers purchase older iPhone models because they're more affordable. Apple understands that not every customer has the same needs, or the same budget. Coca-Cola. Let's return to Coca-Cola. Many people think Coca-Cola only sells one soft drink. In reality, the company offers products for very different groups of customers. Some people enjoy the original taste. Others want a sugar-free option like Coke Zero. Some prefer smaller cans to control portion size. Others buy large family bottles for parties and gatherings. These products all belong to the same brand, but each one serves a different group of customers. Starbucks. Now think about Starbucks. Have you noticed that two people can walk into the same Starbucks and leave with completely different drinks? One customer orders a simple black coffee. Another orders a caramel frappuccino with whipped cream and extra syrup. Someone else chooses oat milk because of dietary preferences. Starbucks doesn't expect everyone to want the same drink. Instead, it offers countless combinations so different customers can find something that fits their tastes. That's market segmentation at work. What happens when companies ignore market segmentation? Understanding market segmentation is important. Ignoring it can be expensive. One of the most famous examples happened in 1985. Coca-Cola decided to replace its original formula with a new version called New Coke. The company believed customers wanted a sweeter drink. But they underestimated how emotionally attached many people were to the original Coca-Cola. The reaction was immediate. Customers protested. Thousands of complaints poured in. Some people even began storing bottles of the original Coke because they feared it would disappear forever. Within a few months, Coca-Cola brought back the original formula as Coca-Cola Classic. The lesson wasn't that the new drink tasted bad. The lesson was that not all customers wanted the same thing. A single decision couldn't satisfy every group of consumers. Understanding different customer segments could have helped avoid one of the biggest marketing mistakes in history. How can you use market segmentation? You don't need to own a billion-dollar company to use market segmentation. Imagine you're starting a small clothing business online. Would you advertise children's clothes to retired adults? Probably not. Would you promote expensive luxury suits to teenagers looking for affordable fashion? Again, probably not. Instead, you would first ask, who are my customers? How old are they? Where do they live? What problems do they have? How much can they afford? The better you understand your customers, the easier it becomes to design products they actually want. The same idea applies to restaurants, cafes, barbershops, YouTube channels, and even schools. Every successful organization begins by understanding the people it wants to serve. Final thoughts. Let's quickly review what we've learned today. Market segmentation means dividing a large market into smaller groups with similar needs, characteristics, or behaviors. Businesses do this because one product or one marketing message cannot satisfy everyone. We also learned the four main types of market segmentation. Demographic, based on characteristics like age, income, and gender. Geographic, based on where customers live. Psychographic, based on lifestyle, personality, and values. And behavioral, based on how customers interact with products. Finally, we saw how companies like Apple, Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Amazon, and many others use these strategies to serve different groups of customers more effectively. Here's one idea I'd like you to remember. The biggest companies in the world don't succeed by selling to everyone. They succeed by deeply understanding the right customers. The next time you see an advertisement, walk into a store, or shop online, ask yourself, which customer segment is this product really designed for? Once you start noticing market segmentation, you'll see it everywhere. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss future lessons on marketing, business, and entrepreneurship. And before you go, answer this question in the comments. Which company do you think uses market segmentation the best, and why? I'd love to read your thoughts. See you in the next video.